The Mantle Dispute, Paul Rika's open challenge to Pastor Kumuyi. A brewing succession war in Nigeria's holiness movement. In Nigeria's religious landscape, few names command the reverence of Pastor W.F. Kumuyi, a man many regard as a walking Bible. For over 5 decades, the General Superintendent of Deeper Life Bible Church has stood as a symbol of uncompromising holiness and doctrinal rigidity. But today, a startling development is shaking the very foundation of that legacy. Pastor Paul Rika, leader of the Holiness Revival movement worldwide, has made an audacious claim. Kumuyi should hand over the mantle to me. Not a request. Not a plea, but a prophetic instruction, according to him. The protégé who walked away. Paul Rika was not always an outsider. Sources confirm that Rika spent many formative years in the Deeper Life ministry, absorbing the teachings of Kumuyi, even rising through ranks as a zealous defender of the Holiness Creed. But somewhere along the line, a rift occurred. Investigative note. Archived sermons from early 2000s show Rika preaching in similar tone, attire, and doctrine as Kumuyi. But by 2013, Paul Rika had launched his own ministry, Hormo, claiming Deeper Life had lost its spiritual fire. Quote from 2016 sermon. The Lord showed me that the lampstand of Deeper Life has been removed. God is raising another movement for end-time revival. Since then, Rika's messages have grown bolder, often naming Deeper Life, accusing it of doctrinal compromise, and now demanding succession. The Mantle Controversy. What exactly does Paul Rika mean by hand over the mantle? To understand the gravity of this demand, we must revisit biblical succession models, like Elijah to Elisha. In spiritual terms, a mantle is not mere authority, it's divine approval, a spiritual torch. By asking Kumuyi to pass it to him, Paul Rika isn't just calling for leadership, he's claiming that he is God's new mouthpiece. Anonymous Deeper Life Elder. This is rebellion in spiritual disguise. If God truly sent him, would he announce it with arrogance? Elijah didn't demand the mantle, Elisha pursued it with humility. Yet others in the holiness circle are whispering a different story. Former Deeper Life pastor. The fire in Deeper Life has dimmed. Rika may be controversial, but he says what others fear to admit. He's not wrong to call for revival. Signs of a hidden power struggle. Behind the scenes, the battle appears deeper than public sermons. Documents obtained by our investigation show that several Deeper Life pastors who echoed Rika's sentiments were either silently removed or transferred to remote branches. In 2020, a well-known regional overseer allegedly faced demotion for distributing Paul Rika's books. More troubling, according to multiple inside sources. There's a blacklist. Anyone associated with Paul Rika's ideology is quietly watched. Despite this, Rika's movement continues to grow. His Holiness Revival conferences now span across West Africa and reach into the United States, United Kingdom, and parts of Asia, many of the members being former Deeper Life adherents. Silence or strategy? Kumuyi's quiet demeanor. Through it all, Pastor Kumuyi has remained publicly silent. No rebuttals. No mentions. No public discourse. Some interpret his silence as dignity, a refusal to engage in what he considers spiritual immaturity. But others believe it's a calculated move, an effort to preserve the unity of a church slowly being tugged in different directions. Biblical scholar insight. Moses didn't respond when Korah challenged him. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than defense. But Paul Rika isn't backing down. In his latest camp meeting, he reportedly said, "God told me clearly, I have rejected Saul. Arise, take the horn of oil. The time is now." A church at the crossroads. This is no longer just a doctrinal disagreement. It is a succession war, brewing beneath smiles and Sunday services. The question is no longer just who is right, but what happens next. Will Pastor Kumuyi appoint a successor from within, perhaps from his sons or inner circle? Will Deeper Life split into old and new wineskins? Will Paul Rika's challenge spark a revival or a rupture? As the spiritual tension mounts, Nigerian Christianity stands on a prophetic cliff. This is not just a clash of men. This is a battle for the soul of holiness in Africa. When prophets disagree, the people must discern. For the mantle is holy, and not every hand can carry it.